Hi friends, good morning. Welcome. And wanted to do just a juicy wake up, open up the joints, open up the body this morning. So let's do a little bit of that. We always are waking up in a different body. We never really know what's going on. We're always shifting. Sometimes we have more freedom in our body. Sometimes we're feeling really tight. It can be due to many different things. But I encourage you every day to explore your body like it's a whole new animal. So just set yourself up. We'll start in a seat. I'm sitting up on a block. If you have a block or a bolster, it can be really helpful. It gives some more space. And then close your eyes down. Just begin to bring attention to your breath. So we'll begin by meeting our breath, our inhale and our exhale. Before we start moving, meeting the breath. And there's something that I've been calling anchor points lately. An anchor point is anything that brings us into the present moment. So the breath can be one of them, because we can't breathe in the past or breathe in the future. So if we are focusing on our breath, then it's a pretty good gauge that we're in the present moment. But there's other ways as well. Sensory ways. You can say, I feel cold, or I feel happy. Something that is feeling right here in the moment. So maybe an emotion, maybe a temperature. I hear. Maybe any sounds that are in your space. Those are a couple different anchor points. Really, we're just coming from the thinking mind into the feeling body. So these anchor points help us to dig into what's actually happening, rather than off in a daydream or ruminating about the past. Just kind of anchor us in. A couple more rounds of breath with this. Anchoring into some sort of sensation or emotion or breath or sound. And slowly opening up the eyes, and we'll begin to explore the body as well. Take the hands to the knees. We're going to begin with the spine. I've really loving spinal movement. So let's begin with a seated cat-cow. So bring the heart forward, open the throat, gaze up, and exhale round. Moving really slow here. So maybe my breath is quicker, or maybe it's slower than yours, but stick with yours. Inhale, open up. So this would be cow pose. You can use the hands to kind of pull on the knees a little bit, so you can pull yourself forward. And then exhale, you can push away at the knees, tuck the chin to the chest, and round. So continue like this a couple more times. Really, I like using the hands at the knees because it gives a little bit more enunciation or articulation. So pushing away on the way back. And pulling yourself forward on the way forward. So maybe you even find a little bit of a roll here, a little bit of a wave. Maybe you don't, just an option. And then we're going to begin to make some spinal circles. So let's go to the right first. So begin to move the spine to the right and see if you can get as far as you can, like you're trying to get to the edges of the circle. So maybe you use the hands on the knees here to kind of leverage you, push you back, pull you to the side, and do it really slow. So we're really feeling in. And where do you feel it? I'm feeling it in my low back. Certain times I feel it in my shoulders. It's like you're exploring here. Then maybe you speed it up a little bit. Maybe the shoulders get involved, the head. Don't worry about what it looks like. Just see if you can find some ways to move the body that make you feel. Let's switch sides. So really slow to begin with. Use this side as a completely new way. Feeling in. Use the breath. Use the hands on the knees to enunciate the movement. And begin to speed it up a little bit. Find more fluidity. Maybe the head is involved. Ooh, I'm getting lots of cracks on this side. And come to stillness. So we've moved the spine forward and back, and we've moved it in circles. Now we'll move it side to side laterally. Take the right hand down. Left arm comes up and over into a big rainbow. Lean back into the shoulders. So we're not like this. We're leaning back. And then you can even take the hand to the heart and then spiral the heart up. So you're having this. Everything is rotating up. Gaze is up. Let the fingertips be alive. So we're not like this. We're actively reaching. Inhale, lift both arms up. Lift the torso up. Exhale, come to the other side. So same thing here. Spiral the heart open. You can think about turning the left rib cage up, like you're going to bring it up as well. One thing that tends to happen when we spiral is the left shoulder comes in. So we don't want that. We want to roll the left shoulder back, bring the heart forward. There's just another little nuance there. Inhale, lift up, and we'll move with breath. Exhale, come to the right. Gaze is up. Inhale, lift, and exhale to the left. So continue like this. And again, maybe my breath is a little too fast, or maybe it's a little too slow for you. So I encourage you to stick with your breath and what it's like today. It's not right or wrong or better or worse, just different. And inhale, come up, twist the wrists. And then open the arms up. And we'll move with the elbows a little bit. And the shoulders. So see how you can move all of these joints in different ways. And maybe you opposite direction, which feels weird. But we're finding new ways. So there's synovial fluid in all of our joints, and that's what allows for all the movement. So the more that we're actually moving it, it's creating more. It's kind of like a lubrication in our joints. So often you hear that creaks and the pops and things like that. It's kind of like getting the fluid moving. And release down. Maybe a little wiggle. Beautiful. We'll do one more little side stretch here that I like. So gaze up, and it's going to be like we're pulling on a rope, like there was a rope hanging down, and we're going to climb ourselves up. So reach as high as you can, grab onto the rope, and then pull yourself. So you have to kind of imagine there's lots of resistance here. And then grab the left hand. And then grab for the right hand. It's like you're pulling yourself up on this rope, but do it really slowly. You can really get into the lateral side body here. Maybe even slower. Like you're moving through quicksand. A couple more times. And release down. Beautiful. Let's remove the block. Place it over to the side, and we'll do Janu Shirshasana. So let's take the right leg out, and we'll pull the left leg in. You can take your booty and bring it back a little bit. This helps to set the pelvis forward. Flex the toes back. Here's an option that you can do. You can take your block and place it under this right knee. You can also take a bolster if this gives you more space. Arms up, toes back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Shimmy the heart forward a little bit. Like you can move your heart through your shoulders and come back down. A couple of rounds of breath here. Release the back of the neck. And very likely you're not coming all the way down right here. I'm a little hyperflexy, so maybe you're here and that's fine. Release the back of the neck. We can be getting the same stretch and it look completely different. We're going to move into the side body a little bit. So we're going to walk the hands over towards the right side. So take both of the hands over towards the right side of the leg and then walk the hands out to the to the right. So you might feel a little bit more into this left side body. Release the back of the neck. And slowly come up. Remove the bolster or the block if it's there. We're going to spiral the heart open to the left. Plant the left hand, press down, lift the hips up. So big kind of good morning stretch here. I think I'm going to call this sundial. I think I've called it many things. I think sundial kind of makes sense. Maybe rotate the wrist. Anytime you can find something to wiggle, do it. We're just moving into the body. Let it feel good. One more inhale. And exhale, sink the hips down. We'll switch sides. Left leg comes out. Right foot comes in. If you want to use the block or a bolster, you can do that as well here. Booty comes back a little bit, so this helps the pelvis to sit forward. Flex the left toes. Inhale, and exhale, fold forward, leading with the heart. So it may feel good to flip the palms up here. Sometimes I like this feeling of like pouring forward. This kind of surrender coming forward. Wherever you are. And we'll take it over to the left side. So move the hands over towards the left. Maybe you pick up the belly and twist and come back down, possibly. Feels good in the low back. It's kind of my trouble spots. I'm always looking for places to get in there. And we slowly come up. Let's remove the block. This time we're going to twist towards the right. So we twist towards the right. Right hand comes down. Press down to lift up. Left arm lifts. So the hips move forward as the head, heart, hand move back. And then any wiggles with the top arm. One big inhale and exhale. Bring it down. You can bring the legs in, plant the hands, come into tabletop. So I just want you to make some movement here and try not to move in a pattern. So see if you can find a new way to move. And if you've done this a lot, it might be more challenging to find different ways to move. So you might have to explore some weird movements, but that's where the fun is. So just exploring here, getting out of the comfort zone a little bit. And come to stillness. Right arm lifts up. Gaze follows the thumb. So you're going to peel back like you're peeling back on a bow and arrow. Gaze follows the thumb. Lean back into the shoulders a little bit here. One more big inhale. Lean back even more. And then exhale, reach down and reach all the way through, but we're not going to come all the way down. We're just going to reach. And then inhale, push the ground away with the left hand. We open all the way back up. So moving with breath. Exhale, come down and reach. Inhale, push and lift, come up. Into exhale, this time we'll come all the way down to the ground. I'm going to give you a couple different options here, yeah? So you can stay right here, and this is amazing. Option, send the left leg back and come onto the toes. Pull the belly to the spine. Another option, lift the leg. So if you don't pull the belly to the spine first and engage the core, you may fall right over, and that's totally fine. To lose your balance to find it, you can come right back in. One more inhale. And exhale, plant the knee down, press down to the left hand. We open all the way back up. Now listen up here. We're already open. We're already twisted to the right. Send the hips back just slightly. And then we're gonna lift the torso up as if somebody's pulling you up with the right fingers, but we stay twisted. Right hand comes to the right hip, left hand comes up. Send the hips forward as you slightly lean back. So it's just a little bit of a camel pose, half camel. One more inhale. And exhale, plant the hands, wiggle it out in tabletop. Cat-cow or some swirls. And we'll switch sides. So again, just opening up the spine in different ways. They say that your biological age is not near as important as the age of the health of your spine. All right, switch sides. Left arm pulls back, gaze follows the thumb. Take a moment here, leaning back. One more big inhale. And exhale, we dip low, reach as far as you can, and then inhale, press the ground away, open all the way back up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, press and lift. And exhale, come down, we'll stay down here. So you're welcome to stay right here, maybe the right leg extends back. And if you want to go even farther, then engage the belly and then lift the right leg up. Both shoulders are coming away from the ears. One more inhale. And exhale, the right knee comes down. Press the ground away with the right hand. We're going to open all the way back up. Gaze follows. We'll do this half camel. So sink the hips back just slightly, and then as if you're being lifted up by the left arm, come all the way up. Left hand comes to the hip. A little bit of a camel here. Lean back just slightly. One more inhale. And exhale, tabletop. And planting the hands back down. Tuck the toes. We're going to come into downward dog, but we won't stay here long, but we just want to get this full body yummy stretch. So press the hips up and back. And then take the hands. I've been loving this cat paw here, so pick up the feet, pick up the hands and place them down. Big inhales, exhales. And then step the feet up about a foot. Right hand comes to the ankle. Begin to pull yourself underneath the left armpit, and we'll move with breath a little bit here. So inhale, give a little space, and then exhale. See if you could pull yourself through. I'm eating my necklace here. Inhale, and then exhale. Once more in and out. Right hand comes down. Let's switch sides. Left hand to the right ankle or calf. And same thing here. Move with breath a little bit. So it's not a lot of movement, but we let the breath wave through the body, and that's how we move. We move with the breath. And plant the left hand down. Let's come down to the knees. And sitting back onto the heels. Roll the shoulders back. Give the neck a roll here. We'll take one more pose. Gate pose. Right hand comes down. Left leg comes out. Sole of the foot plants. So we're not on the inside, but the whole sole of the foot plants. Right hip over right knee, left arm is out. Roll the left shoulder back. We're going to come all the way up. So engage the belly. One good way to engage the belly, if you can think about your pubic bone, if you were going to curl it up towards your belly button. This kind of will engage this low belly area. So engage right there and then lift up, up, up. Use that spot. Left hand can slide down, and we'll get a side body stretch on the right side. Fingertips are alive. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. One more big inhale. And exhale, spiral the heart down. So we're gonna curl down, plant the hands, bring the leg back in, sit hips to heels. Make a little wiggle, and we'll switch sides. I'm very pro wiggle, so anytime. Left hand comes down, right leg comes out to the side. Plant the whole foot down. Right arm reaches up. So tendency is to kind of crowd here. We want to open. Curl the pubic bone towards the belly button, so engage the low core. And then inhale, use that strength to come up. Right hand is going to slide down the leg. Left arm reaches. Still here, shoulders away from the ears. Roll them back. One more inhale. Exhale, curl the heart down. The hands can plant. And we come back to the knees. Close your eyes down. Come back to that breath moving through the body. Maybe hands to knees, maybe hands to the thighs. And with the eyes closed, so cat and cow in the back here. Just a little bit more movement through the spine. Maybe you find a little bit more of that rolling motion. So it's a little bit more of a wave. Or maybe you find a different way to move. Not overthinking it, just letting the body breathe and move. That's all we're doing here, breathing and moving. A couple more rounds of breath, maybe some spirals. And slowly we come to stillness. Take the hands to heart center. Thank yourself for showing up for you today and setting the stage for your day with a little focused attention, a little focused love for your mind and your body and your heart. Thumbs to the third eye. Let's bow down in gratitude for this practice. What medicine. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me. Be sure to like this video and come back to it and let me know what you think in the comments. It's been a while since I've been here, so I've changed a lot. I have a new tattoo, I cut my dreads off, all these things have changed. So yeah, if you have any comments or anything like that, let me know. Would love to catch up, and you can also catch more about me at colechanceyoga.com on my website. And I will see you next time on your mat. Thank you.